Hey guys, Dropship Tyler here, and welcome to my channel if this is your first time. I do videos on eBay and Amazon dropshipping, and this video is actually one of a series of videos that is going to be on building an eBay business from $0. So if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit the bell too so that you get notifications on whenever I go live or create a new video. Also, I have a new schedule that I started implementing last week. That schedule is actually in the description below, but I have a new video coming out every single day, Monday through Friday, and then I'll have some random videos on the weekend when I want to add in some different kind of content. I also recently created a course on Udemy. It's called How to Hire and Manage Your Virtual Assistants, and it teaches you everything you need to know about outsourcing different aspects of your business, whether it's customer service, ordering products, things like that. So check out that link in the description below if you're interested in that. If you haven't seen the first episode of this series, I highly recommend you go back and watch it to see what I'm doing with this whole project. That link is going to be in the description as well. And yeah, so without further ado, let's go ahead and see how this week panned out for me. So as you can see now on this screenshot of my phone, I now have 12 items that are listed and 7 items that are sold, and a total of $208.96. And later in the video, I'm actually going to talk about the total profit that I'm at now. Before I get into the profit though, I want to talk about some of the customer service issues I had this week and how I handled them so that if you guys have these things happen to you, you'll know how to handle them as well. Both customer service issues that I had to deal with this week were very similar, and they actually both involved the same item from Walmart. The first buyer sent me this message and showed me a picture of the item, and you can see here, he says, "Hi, I have received the frames, but they were damaged. Please see the attached picture." From there, we had a string of messages that ultimately led to him returning the item and us sending a replacement. So as you can see here, we responded to that message by saying this: "We are extremely sorry for the inconvenience. We can offer an exchange and have those sent to you within the next 2 to 3 business days. If that works, please let me know and I'll be happy to provide a return label. Thank you." I used to ask the customer to open up a return through the eBay returns system, but now because of the 4% final value fee penalty that us as sellers are going to incur if we get too many item not as described cases, that includes things like item arriving damaged. So therefore, I want to handle these directly through the eBay messaging system. After I sent that message, he sent me another message just saying that he saw that I was a new seller because I have 0 feedback. Obviously, it's a new account. And he tried to blame me for not packing the item correctly. And obviously, we know that it was Walmart that sent the item and not us. But a lot of times nowadays, the items are not packed as efficiently as they should be for how the couriers are handling the items. USPS, FedEx, UPS, they damage items all of the time. So something like a poster frame or something that's glass or just something like that, there's easily a chance that it could be damaged due to it being thrown around, other boxes being stacked on it, things like that. He then tried to say that he was going to dispose of them and then send us evidence that he disposed of them, when obviously we need the item back so we can return it to Walmart as proof so that we can get our refund and he can get his replacement. I sent him a message back right away saying, "Yes, we are a new seller on eBay. However, we do sell on other e-commerce platforms as well. I believe the item was more than likely mishandled by the courier, so therefore I'm not putting responsibility on myself and I'm putting responsibility on the actual company that handled the package." After that, I still want to make sure I take care of the customer and I get my money back if he wants to return it and then he gets his money back, or if he wants a replacement or an exchange, then we can do that as well, but I have to make sure that he returns the item first. So what I said to him is I would like to send a label via messages and I will see if I can arrange a pickup so you do not have to drive anywhere to drop them off. Because also in his messages, if you saw that before, he was worried about not having a USPS office near him or just somewhere that he could ship it back near him. So I wanted to try to accommodate him by going to Walmart and asking if they could schedule a pickup. Unfortunately, Walmart doesn't do that for these lightweight, low-cost items. They'll do it for, obviously freight items or things like mini refriges or just things that are heavier and going to be more expensive to ship. They'll actually send a FedEx driver out to actually pick up the item. So after that, I sent him this message, basically just explaining that it's a USPS label, but it's essentially FedEx Smart Post, which can be dropped off at a FedEx office or a USPS office and then shipped from there. So that gives him an additional option, in case there's a USPS near him but not a FedEx, or a FedEx near him and not a USPS. Also, I'm very certain that you can just hand these packages, as long as it has the label on it, directly to one of the drivers that you see, whether you see them in your neighborhood or whether they're delivering your mail, that day and you catch them. You can hand the box directly to them with the label, and they can go ahead and scan it in and then drop it back off once they're done with their shift at USPS or FedEx or wherever they're going next, So I sent the label and the buyer complied. The next message he sent me was this one, where he says, "I have mailed it out. Please check the receipt. Thanks." And then the message that I sent is on top, and it says, "Great, thank you. We will notify you when we ship the item Monday or Tuesday. Thank you for working with us on this, and we hope this time the item will survive the trip to you." So, I made it very personal. I didn't just send a canned response on any of these messages. I want to make sure this guy's happy. Obviously, he took the time to buy from us and support our business, so we're going to do the best we can to give this person customer support as well. So the second buyer, it was a very similar situation, except this person purchased 2 of the items from us and not just 1. So each one was a set of 2. So 2 of the items actually arrived to him damaged, but it was luckily in the same box. And if it was 1 from each, then we would have just told him to put both of them into 1 box and, send it back with the label, and we would send a replacement. But this person, it was very straightforward. They said one of the plastic covers had arrived damaged. He took pics, but he's unsure how to attach them. So, I don't usually ask for pictures from the buyer unless it's an item that can't be sent back, or it feels scammy to me or something like that. So yeah, I typically just go with what the buyer's saying, especially someone who had that high of feedback. I don't know if you can see here, but they have 429 feedback. So obviously, they've been on the platform for a little bit and they've been doing business with eBay for a while. The next message I sent was asking if they wanted to do an exchange and just saying that we're more than happy to take care of them ASAP. And also, just reiterate the fact that we're giving a free label and we're telling them there's no need to open a request. We can handle this through messages because, like I said, we don't want that 4% final value fee penalty hitting our account and then making it harder for us to, be profitable. So they responded, "Yes, please," as you can see in the comment below, my message to them. And I sent a return label back after they sent me that message. And I just, told them that they can drop it off with FedEx or USPS, just like I did with the first customer. So yeah, guys, that's how you handle situations like that. A lot of people, if they're new, would panic, not know what to do, think they're gonna lose money because they have to refund the buyer. You can be patient and you can wait for the buyer to respond to your messages and then, figure it out from there. Go to Walmart, do a replacement or do a return, get your money back, and then you can refund the buyer. Luckily, in this case, for both of these scenarios, both customers just wanted the correct undamaged item. So therefore, I didn't have to take the profit back out of these transactions. Now I want to go over the profit that I have made so far, and I also keep tally of that in the description below and the hours that have worked, so you guys can check that out down there if you want to. As you can see here, my profit is $16.62, and that includes cashback that has been confirmed from Mr. Rebates, which is the cashback site that I recommend to dropshippers. There's a link in the description below for a free $5 when you sign up there and start using their cashback website. So for cashback, that also includes credit card cashback, which total it equaled $4.57. And then my front end profit was $12.05. And when I say front end, that's literally just the amount that I got paid for the item, minus eBay fees, minus PayPal fees, and then minus what I paid for the item at Walmart. So yeah, that ended up being $12.05. And then I also had one cancellation. So somebody ordered something from me and then immediately requested a refund back. So what I did is I complied and I just canceled the transaction. But when that happens, PayPal actually keeps the 30 cents that they charge you for the transaction fee. So there's a 2.9% plus 30-cent fee every time an item sells that PayPal takes. They refund you the 2.9%, but they actually keep the 30 cents regardless of whether the transaction, stays or gets canceled or returned, whatever. They keep the 30 cents. So that's a loss for me. So altogether, that ended up equaling $16.62 of profit. And now I also want to go over my hours worked. I did this last video, and I'm going to do this every video so that you guys can see how many hours I'm putting into this. And you can see here on the $16.62 of profit, it took me 5.1 hours of work. That includes listing, product research, customer service, ordering items, setting up the eBay account initially, all of that. So that leaves me with an hourly rate of $3.21. So a lot of people are probably going to look at the $3.21 an hour and say, wow, that's not worth it. But I preach this very hard in my YouTube videos that the profit in the very beginning does not matter. This is about creating a business that is automated and passive. And to do that, you have to start by creating the right systems and the right strategy and all of that. And that takes time. And you're not going to make much money doing that in the beginning. Most of the benefit of this business and creating this passive income is going to be months down the road when you have VAs in place and you've got your systems perfected how you want to do things. At that point, the money becomes passive and you're making money every hour because you're getting sales every hour. And you're not having to do anything because you have everything outsourced. So that is where this business really becomes just super profitable and super passive. So now I want to lay out my goals for the next update. And as you can see here, I still have 0 feedback. So my first goal is going to be convince some of my buyers to actually leave me feedback. That's going to help my conversion rate. So when someone goes to my store to buy something and they see 0 feedback, there are buyers who will click out of that right away because I'm just too new of a seller and they want to go with somebody who has, some credibility on the site. So what I've been doing is I've been sending my buyers this message here, and it just states, "Thank you so much for your order. As a new seller on the platform, we are asking our buyers to help us gain credibility quickly by considering leaving a positive feedback if you are satisfied with the transaction. We would appreciate it greatly. Thank you." So just a nice quick comment, and hopefully the buyer actually complies and leaves us feedback if the transaction went smoothly. Even if the transaction didn't go smoothly, like with the first 2 purchases that arrived damaged, at least I helped the customer within an hour each time of them messaging me. I never left them hanging on anything. I gave them clear-cut instructions on how it could be handled and then get the item back quickly. So yeah, even those people might leave me positive feedback. So that's my big goal for this upcoming week, is to convince more people to give me positive feedback. So my next goal for the upcoming week is to spend more hours on my store and list more items. My goal for items listed is going to be have 25 total items on Monday when I do the next update, and put in at least 10 hours of research, listing, just optimizing my processes, things like that. I haven't been able to put in much time. As you can see by my work log, I've only put in 5 hours of work and I've only listed about a product a day. So yeah, for me, that's going to be my big goal, is making sure I'm spending more time on this and continuing to take it seriously, or even more seriously than I am. And that way this can actually grow at a decent rate. Obviously, I have my 2 other eBay stores. I have an Amazon store. I create YouTube content daily. I have a girlfriend. I have to have a life as well. But for this upcoming week, I'm really hoping that I can find some more of my free time to put into this business. I don't want to set any sales goals because I only really like to set goals on the things that I can really control, and sales is not one of them. Yes, you can lower your margins on things and generate more sales, but I don't want to go that route yet. There are some items that I have lowered the price on, and it was because I was getting a lot of views, and actually one of them sold just before I started doing this video. So I actually have 8 sales currently instead of the 7 that I show you on my screenshot, but we'll just consider that last sale for next week since I had already started putting everything together for this video. But sales are going to fluctuate so much that you really just can't have like a set goal for sales. Have a set goal for the number of hours you work, the number of listings you create, being adamant about asking customers to leave you a feedback, all of that. Because the more customers you ask to leave you a feedback, the more feedback you're going to get. The more items you list, the more sales you're going to get. So just focus on the things you can control and don't worry about the variance right now in sales. As you can see by this graph, I have days where I sell one item, or like today I sold two, but I also have days where I don't sell any. So don't worry about that in the beginning. Focus on the things that you can control. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel if you're not subscribed. And also check out the schedule in the description below that I talked about in the very beginning of my video. That maybe there's some videos there that you want to make sure you're coming back to watch each week. Also, please like this video and feel free to leave a comment. I try to get to as many comments as possible, and even if I don't respond, I always read every single one. I also created an Instagram recently, and that Instagram handle is DropShipTyler. Feel free to follow that. You can learn a little bit more about just my personal life or just things that I'm doing business-wise that I don't share on YouTube. I also have some behind-the-scenes stuff on there. Like today, I posted a photo of me creating a video for you guys and just how I use table lamps and floor lamps to do my lighting. So you can go check out that photo at DropShipTyler. And yeah, I'd appreciate the support on that platform as well. Thanks for watching, and I'm really excited to see how this whole thing pans out, and hopefully we can continue to see positive results. Thanks.